Hi, great topic. Um, I think there's going to be maybe too much stuff to look at, so I have some tips to help you get around that, but also how to expand your search into things you're interested in. So, advanced catalog search. We could go into databases, so if there's a particular angle you're interested in, but I think I can show you a way around that just going through the regular catalog. So the cool thing is I did a search on Gemini, and fear of missing out, the only synonym for it is missing out. So we could do fear of missing out. If you put it in quotes, then those words stick together. And we'll do or FOMO, because there's a lot of people that talk about it that way. So if you just start with this, without putting in the teens or anything like that, there's like 10,000 results. So we would want to narrow it down. And so we would do teen or teens or teenagers or adolescents. There's probably a whole bunch of different ways of talking about it. When you're in the social sciences, the population, the teens, will be very explicitly described. So sometimes it'll be like age 13 to 15, or it might be middle schoolers or high schoolers. So whatever you look at, it might not use those words. So every time you come up with another one, you could type it in that way in the search. Because again, it's only searching for those characters. Now on this one, we went from 10,000. Now we're going to go down to 250, which is probably more what you're looking for. If you go specifically to peer-reviewed journals, which I think your class needs to have, what I'd recommend is, since there's so few, I would go by date newest. And then you get like the newest stuff that's going on. So so when it's peer reviewed, that means it's like evidence-based and they had to go through a really rigorous, systematic way of looking at things. When you're doing your paper, it might be okay to go out to the open web and get some contributing things that might not show up in the scholarship yet. So for example, if you're looking at like TikTok being pulled from the United States and people like jumping to Instagram, but then TikTok coming back, that just happened. So that you might have to find open web stuff and then talk about maybe social media. But the way you're going to go about this is look at how they are talking about it and maybe look at the evidence in regards of what you're looking for. So this first one is talking about like homesickness. So fear of missing out, typically I think of as like somebody gets a cool jacket and then I'm just like, I want that cool jacket. So you might have to go through. So there's digital stress. Social media is probably the big one. Is that what you were looking at? It doesn't quite say. I would say most of it's going to be like mobile phones and social media and being lonely, that sort of a thing. But just cruise through. If you find one that looks good, don't worry if it's from another country, because psychology is reproducible across all of humanity. So it's okay to grab something from another country, especially if you can read it. But then there's like sleep. Looks like a lot of it's about phones. There's relationships, body image, whole mess of stuff. Oh, how do you get these? Let's go back to the body image one. No, 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 no. Body image. You would click on the red text, and absolutely nothing would happen. I must be having a browser problem. Your results will be different. I must have to clear out my cookies. It'll take a minute for this to populate, but you'll get the ability to do a citation. You'll have the ability to link to the online resource. If you get this far and you can't find the full text, just send me the citation and I'll grab it for you. When you're grabbing the article itself, though, look for, oh no, this one we couldn't find it. Oh, blast. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. If you can't get that full text article, just let me know and I will track it down for you. Emotional skills, French young adults, successfully get an article. There we go. The title will be very descriptive, but if you look in the abstract, you should find something where somebody says something, and that's the basis of the rest of the article. They're just gathering evidence for it. So if you find, oh no. So young adults display low competencies in emotional intelligence and empathy towards problematic internet and social media use. Oh, and there's gender differences. That's cool. If it doesn't make sense to you, shoot it into your favorite AI. What does this mean? And it'll give you like the high points. Young adults aren't very good at understanding managing their own emotions. Ding, ding, ding. Isn't this cool? The AI era is upon us, so may as well use it. Let me know how it goes.